Fortnite Chapter 6 live event is getting closer because something evil is approaching the island. Soon they will be here and there is going to be chaos. So far there are 2 live events that is planned to take place. One is going to be the one that's going to take us to OG Fortnite. And the final live event is going to be the end of Chapter 5. For that, I'm giving away 3 Battle Pass to 3 lucky subscribers. All you have to do is subscribe. And if you want to help me out, use code SMJM and like this video. Now here is a glimpse of all of the Battle Pass skins that we are going to get during OG Fortnite. And these are all mixed version of Battle Pass skins from Chapter 2. So we've got TNT now mixed with Ocean, Chaos Agent mixed with Toxin, Guff and Sky, and our main skin, Meowsicle mixed with Midas. Now this isn't the very first time they're doing this. They did this with OG Fortnite as well, where they mixed a bunch of skins. And the reason for this is because Chapter 2 Island is not going to be one that we did 5 years ago. And the reason for that is because we are still stuck in an alternate universe when we went back in time using Kato Thorn's time machine. If you remember, Chapter 1 OG was similar but not exactly the same. Tilted was different. We did not have the volcano. Polar Peak was missing as well. And Chapter 2 is going to be the same. Also, the name of the chapter is called Remixed. This clearly tells us that we might get like a remixed versions of locations as well. For example, we might see a mix between Frenzy Farm and Risky Reels, or maybe like Grotto might be mixed with the agency. Fortnite posted this teaser. You can see the main skin Midas and Meowsicle in this teaser, and also with a really weird sound. It turns out this sound was actually a song which has been reversed. So I slowed it down and reversed it again, and this was the result. Turns out this was an actual song called Spies by Contains. And similar to this song, if you remember the start of Chapter 2, when we jumped out of the battle bus, we heard a song which ended up being like the theme song of start of Chapter 2. Maybe same thing is going to happen. We will jump out of the battle bus and this song called Spies will play. And obviously the most popular season of Chapter 2 Season 2 was themed around spies as well. This song had this picture of a Meowsicle Midas. This shows us that most of the Battle Pass will have golden variants. Fortnite also retweeted this tweet from all the way back from Chapter 2 Season 2. The Feline Fun back bling, which you could obtain by either being a ghost or shadows. That's right, if you didn't play back then, there was an option given at the start of Chapter 2 Season 2. You could either join ghosts or shadows, and you got a version of the Battle Pass skins depending on which side you picked. Now most likely they will bring that back this season as well, and since they commented "We love spies," tells us that they're going to focus on the most popular season of that chapter, Chapter 2 Season 2. So maybe you might get this back bling for free again, but it might look slightly different this time. If you guys don't know, during the remix Chapter 2 we will get 3 different seasons: Season 1, Season 2, and Season 3. We are going to start off with Season 1. It is going to last for 1 week. Season 2 Chapter 2 will last for 2 weeks, and we will end on Season 3, which is going to last for 1 week. We also have different parts within the seasons as well. In Season 1 we have 1 part. I think that means just 1 update. So basically within that week we will get different weapons that was released during that season. Now Chapter 2 Season 2 has 3 different parts, and Chapter 3 has 2 parts. So in Chapter 2 expect different bosses to show up on the island. Maybe Midas is going to be there the whole time. We might see Grotto, where Brutus shows up with his mythical minigun, and in a few days we might see Sky at the shark location with mythical Scar, and in Season 3 we might see ocean at Fortilla with her infinite chug jug. There's going to be a lot more as well. Also, it looks like the reason why we have 2 parts during season 3 is because if you remember the earlier stages during season 3, the island was almost completely flooded, and slowly throughout the season the water level went down, and then we got a normal island. And I think the first part of season 3 OG is going to be flooded, and the second part will not be flooded. Now, it's very important that they do this because during season 3, which is going to be our final season of Fortnite OG Remix, that is the season where the live event that is going to take us to chapter 6 is going to take place. Before I talk about the chapter 6 event, let's talk about live event that is going to take us to OG Fortnite Remix. Most likely this event is going to take place at this location because this rift beacon, which was laying on the ground after Doom destroyed it during the event, has been fixed and placed on this platform. This pretty much tells us that this rift beacon is going to be the one that's going to take us to OG Fortnite Remix. I think this is Iron Man and Suri who's doing this. As we all know, after the Doom event, the rift beacon was damaged and scattered all over the island, which basically made them destabilized and started to rift different creatures and locations from different realities. And this is going to continue happening as well. And the only way they can fix this is by actually going back in time. And they are going to go back by rewinding time, and it can only be done using this rift beacon. It looks like we are going to go through chapter 4, chapter 3, and end up in chapter 2. We know this because the chapter 3 map was added to the game recently. And we know that before the live event, we are going to see some kind of cinematic movie play at restored reels. Also, the countdown is going to show up at that location as well. And after the cinematics, the phase 1 will begin during this live event. This lightning bolt animation that you are seeing, we are going to get this during the event. We think this is an animation that is going to happen on the rift beacons. And then the second phase, there is a chance we might see the 0 points appear on the island. Some of the assets that was used during the 0 point live event has been re-added. We think that 0 points and the rift beacons are actually going to work together to take us all back to the chapter 2 map. And for the next phase, we are going to see this beam of light in the sky, and this is going to have 4 different sprays that will show up with this light beam. Now, all of these locations that you see on the screen right now, the raft, the underworld, and bunch of these other locations that you see is going to be involved during this live event. Now, by this time, we would have known everything about this live event, but Fortnite are using this different system this time that is blocking all of the leakers to getting into this game and finding out what's exactly about to happen. So a few days ago, there was a rumor going around that this was just going to be like a cinematic event, but now we are getting information that there's going to be 6 different phases during this event. Now, let's talk about the finale event of this chapter, which is going to take place on the OG map. Now, a bunch of leakers are suggesting that this event is going to be a different version of the Doomsday event that took place during chapter 2 season 2. Like I mentioned earlier, it's going to be very similar to what happened in chapter 1 OG, where we got the final event that took place on chapter 1, but it was slightly different. Similarly, this Doomsday event is going to be slightly different as well. As we all know, the Doomsday event happened because of Midas. He created this device to stop the storm from closing in, basically to escape this Fortnite loop that was created by the Imagine Order. Now, obviously, this is an alternate universe, and by looking at all of the leaks, it looks like the Imagine Order is not going to be involved. So that means Midas is going to be successful this time, because the first time around he was successful. The device did work, but the Imagine Order stopped it by replacing the storm with a tsunami. But this time around, Midas will be successfully stop the Fortnite loop, but it looks like something's gonna go wrong. We are going to end up on the chapter 6 map. 3 OG battle pass to 3 lucky subscribers. All you have to do is subscribe. And also comment down below, I used your code SMJM. I'll keep you updated. My name is Sam Jam. I love you, fams. Peace out.